Hey guys, this is a 20-minute flow designed to open up your hips. So oftentimes if we have cranky hips, achy hips, it comes hand in hand with a cranky, achy attitude. So if you're in need of a pick-me-up or a little bit of an attitude adjustment, this is the perfect class for you. Sometimes when it's cold, I don't feel like getting off the couch. I just want to stay underneath a blanket. I'm not feeling very motivated to do yoga. So it's only 20 minutes and so it's the perfect chance for you to come onto your mat and say, at least I did yoga for 20 minutes today. And the hips are just such an important part of our body that really affects our emotions and our attitude and our daily life. So what a more perfect part of the body to focus on for a quick 20-minute flow if that's all you've got time for. So I hope that you're inspired to take this class, and I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you have nice, happy hips afterwards. All my love. Namaste.
All right, starting at the top of the mat in Samastitihi. You can stand with the big toes touching and the heels apart, or you can step your feet a little bit wider, inner hip distance apart. Make sure that you're distributing your weight evenly to all four corners of the feet rather than, shifting far back into the heels or forward into the toes. So get your balance. Lift your collarbones up high. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. So nice open heart and gaze forward. And we'll start off with 3 energizing breaths. So inhale, reach your arms up and look up at your palms. And then exhaling through your nose, let the arms just float down by the side. Inhaling through the nose, reach the arms up, look up, tilt your head back, looking up at the sky. And then exhale, the arms float down, back down by the side body. Last one, inhale, reach your arms up and look up. And then exhale, arms float down by the side. Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, we'll bow and fold into our first deep forward bend. Bend your knees, let the chest and thighs connect and really hang the head. Maybe gently shake your head yes or no. Loosen up the neck muscles. Inhale to lift your heart into a perfectly flat back, hands resting above the knees, the shins, or maybe fingertips in line with the toes. On the exhale, plant both of your hands and step back into plank pose. So our first plank, and then from plank, we're just going to make sure we've got the correct distance between our feet and our hands. So from plank, inhale through the nose. And then exhale, press yourself back into down dog. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, down dog. And then just one more time, warming up our wrists. Inhale, back to plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So let's finish out our vinyasa. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, the elbows come to a 90-degree angle. You can also take this on your knees. Inhale, we roll through to either high cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, hips back and into the sky, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale through the nose. So we're going to take 2 more breaths here. Maybe paddle your legs and warm up your toes, ankles, and calves. And just follow the breath. Start to really keep that connection between your breath and the movement of the body. So 1 more breath. And exhale completely through the nose. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward at your hands. On the exhale, we'll step both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your heart, come to a perfectly flat back. Exhale, bow and fold, deep forward bend. Bend your knees and really hang the head. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up into standing, gazing up at the palms, tilting your pelvis up. And then exhale, the arms float down by the side body. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bow and fold back into another deep forward bend. Inhale, lift your heart, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back into plank pose from your knees or your toes. Exhale, elbows find that 90-degree angle. Inhale, roll through upward facing dog or high cobra, micro bending your elbows. And then exhale, hips back and into the sky, downward facing dog. Again, we're going to take 3 breaths. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through the nose. In your downward facing dog, pressing your tailbone up and both sit bones spreading out wide, pressing them back. 1 more breath. Next inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, take a step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your heart perfectly flat back. Exhale, bow and fold, deep forward bend. Bend your knees, hang your head. Inhale, reach all the way up into standing, gazing up at the palms, tilt the pelvis forward. And then exhale, arms come back down by the side body. Last one. Inhale, reach your arms up and look up at the sky. Exhale, bow and fold into another deep forward bend. Inhale, flat back, open heart. Exhale, plant both hands, step back, plank pose, knees or toes. Exhale, elbows find that 90-degree angle. Inhale, roll through to upward facing dog or high cobra. And then exhale, hips back and into the sky, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. So again, you can just paddle the legs and warm up your calves. Or maybe inhale through the nose and then exhale, drop both of your heels over to the left side and get a nice side body stretch. And then just following your own breath. Inhale is going to bring you back to center. And then exhale, drop both heels over towards the right and get that side stretch on the other side. So we got 1 more breath. Maybe inhaling back to center. And then exhale, reach your heels back and down into downward facing dog. So inhale, the right leg reaches up into the sky into 3-legged dog. Toes are spread out wide with your hip turned to the inside. On the exhale, bend your knee and stack your hips open. And we're going to just make some big circles with that knee, really starting to lubricate your hip socket. So big circles with the knee. Make sure to go both directions. We'll take 2 breaths. 1 more breath, switch directions if you haven't already. And then inhale, we're going to extend back into our 3-legged dog. And then on the exhale, take a big step or 2 forward and plant your foot in between your hands. Back knee is down with the top of the foot down. Inhale, the arms reach up into the sky. Press your hips forward and take a little gentle back bend at the top of your crescent lunge. On the exhale, open up your arms out to the side and let your right hand drop inside your right foot and reach the left hand up into the sky. So we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Again, we're just warming up that right hip, opening up the hips. So you can use your right shoulder to gently press your right hip open if that feels good for you. 1 more breath. Inhale, left arm reaches up into the sky, reach it up high and then exhale, left hand's gonna come down to meet the right. So coming into lizard, getting a little bit deeper into that right hip. Wiggle your right foot all the way out to the edge of your mat, and then make sure that your knee is comfortable. You might need to place a towel underneath the knee if it's hurting. Or you can just start to sink deep into lizard pose. So you can stay up on your palms. You can just gently bend at the elbows to sink a little deeper. Or if your body allows, you can come down to your forearms and really just hang the forehead down towards the earth. Get a nice deep opening in your right hip. 2 more breaths. Each inhale, just kind of lengthening the spine, and each exhale, try to sink just a little bit deeper. 1 more breath here. So on your next inhale, rise back up onto the palms. Plant your left hand directly beneath your left shoulder. On the inhale, your right arm is going to reach forward. And on the exhale, swing that right arm back, gaze back at the right hand, and take a nice twist. So we're opening that hip up a little deeper. You can stay right here. If this is good for you, stay here. Or if you'd like to, if your knee is comfortable, bend at your back knee and then reach back and catch your foot. So maybe you can take this just a little bit deeper. 1 more breath. Awesome job. Now gently release your foot if you had it in your hand, and then turn the gaze back, forward, plant both palms at the top of the mat, and then we're just going to slide that right foot back so the right knee is up at the right hand, right foot directly behind your left hand. So we're coming down into pigeon pose. Your left toes are going to slide you down, so use those left toes to sink a little bit deeper into pigeon. If your right hip is floating, you can use a towel or a block underneath that hip just to ground your hip, just depending on how open your hips are. And then from here, just to move a little bit deeper into our pigeon, walk your fingertips back and grab the sides of your mat right outside the hips. Inhale, lean back and open up your heart. And on the exhale, walk the fingertips back forward and sink down into pigeon. Here you can stay up on your palms. You can just bend at the elbows slightly, or you can sink all the way to the forearms. Just go wherever your body allows. Sink down as deep as you'd like to go. 2 more breaths. One more deep breath. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, just try to sink a little bit deeper into your pigeon. And then inhale, gently start to walk yourself back up. Plant both hands out in front. Curl up your left toes. Slide your right foot back to meet the left. So we're in plank. Knees or toes. Exhale, elbows come to that 90-degree angle. Inhale, roll through upward facing dog or high cobra. Exhale, hips back and into the sky, downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg reaches up into 3-legged dog. Toes are spread out wide, keeping your hip turned inside. On the exhale, bend your knee, stack your hips open. And again, here we'll start to make some big circles with that knee, lubricating the left hip socket. So big circles with that knee. 1 more breath, so switch directions if you haven't already. And then on the next inhale, extend your leg back into that 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step your left foot all the way through in between the hands into our crescent lunge. So knee down, top of the foot down. Arms reach by the side body. Inhale, reach up. press your hips forward, taking a little gentle back bend at the top. Exhale, open this up out towards the side. Left hand's going to come right inside the left foot with the right arm reaching up into the sky. So again, we're just opening up that left hip. So if you'd like to, you can gently press your left shoulder onto the left knee and try to open your hip up a little bit wider. One more breath. Next inhale, right arm reaches up a little bit higher into the sky. And then exhale, let your right hand come right next to the left. So coming back into lizard other side. So we know where our variations are. You can stay up on your palms. You can slightly bend at the elbows, or you can come all the way down to the forearms if that feels good for you. So go wherever your body allows. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and each exhale, going to sink just a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths right here. One more breath. On the next inhale, rise back up onto the palms. Make sure your right palm is directly beneath the right shoulder. Gazing forward, inhale, the left arm reaches out in front. And then exhale, spin back, reach that left arm towards the back, gazing at your hand. And this might be enough for you, or if you'd like to take this a little bit further and your knees nice and comfortable, bend at that knee, reach back and catch your foot. So taking this as deep as you'd like to go. This is your practice, your body. You know where you can go. So just sink down and get as nice, deep as a stretch as you'd like to, or stay as gentle as you'd like to. One more breath. Deep, full inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the nose. So gently release, planting both hands back out in front. We'll slide the left foot back, left knee to the left wrist, left foot directly behind your right hand. Right toes are going to slide you down into pigeon, nice and deep into pigeon. Again, if that left hip's floating, place a blanket, towel, or block underneath it so you can ground your hip. And then walking the fingertips back outside the hips, grab the sides of the mat, inhale, lean back and open up your heart. Exhale, walking the fingers back forward, sink deep into your pigeon. So again, you can stay up on your palms. You can just bend at the elbows, or you can sink all the way to the forearms and the forehead. Go as deep as your body allows in your pigeon. 2 more breaths. One more deep inhale to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, sink down as deep as your body allows. On the next inhale, gently start to walk yourself back up, rising back up. Plant the hands, curling up the right toes. Slide your left foot back to meet the right. Staying up on the toes or maybe lowering to the knees. Take your chaturanga, elbows to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, roll through upward facing dog or high cobra. And then on the exhale, pressing back to hands and knees. We're going to come into a little bit of a cat-cow flow. So just inhale, drop your belly down, let your nose guide you up. Exhale, press the earth away. And then just one more time, following your own breath. Inhale, let your nose guide you up, point your tailbone up, take a gentle back bend. And then exhale, round your spine, press the earth away, gently leaning forward. And then inhaling back through a neutral spine, cross your ankles and just roll back into sitting. And extend both legs out in front. So you're going to want to scoot forward so that the heels are close to the top of the mat. Keeping a bend in your knees. Lift your collarbones high. Inhale, both arms are going to reach up into the sky. And then exhale, fold forward into Paschimottanasana, our seated forward bend. So again, just like in our standing bend, we want to have the chest and thighs connected. Each inhale, lengthen your spine. And each exhale, try to sink just a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, sink down nice and deep. So next, inhale, gently rise all the way up. Both palms come facing up, arms reaching out by the side. Inhale, lift your heart one last time up into the sky. And then exhale, slowly lower down all the way onto your back. Getting ready for our final resting pose, Shavasana. So you can come right down into Shavasana or rest, or maybe pull your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a hug. No matter where you go, give your body 5 to 10 good, deep, full oxygenated breaths to assimilate all of the changes from this practice. So give yourself a hug or put your hand on your heart in Savasana and just let your body relax and thank yourself for this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy your sweet Savasana. All of my love. Namaste.